One of the very few left from the Champions League finals squad. How determined are you to captain Tottenham to a European trophy?
Yeah, it's a dream. There is no hiding about this. And so I think that's what we work for. Obviously, we're looking for another big competition that everybody wants to win. Yeah, it's going to be tough competition, a lot of games and a lot of traveling, so which makes it even harder. So we just got to be ready and take it serious, the competition, because it's a massive competition.
I know you mentioned it in the fans forum, but you talk about it being a competition. It's expanded even more in terms of games. It's a lot of travelling for all of you. You yourself, South Korea and back. Do you worry about not being looked after? And do you think we're in danger of maybe losing the quality in our matches?
Yeah, I think a lot of players came out and say the right things. And I think it was very important to someone actually come up to and say the right things, you know. Sometimes you players are the main guys to have to say something, you know. And yeah, it's definitely a lot of games. And as a football fan or as a who loves football, you want to see quality of the game, not many games as possible. And you don't want to see people or players are struggling with the injuries, and which is nobody wants to see it. And yeah, I think it's definitely a lot of games, a lot of traveling, which is we have to look after ourselves, and which is sometimes it's also very hard. And sometimes you're mentally, physically, you're not ready, and then you're going into the pitch. Obviously, then the risk of injury and is massive. So yeah, we are not robots. So I think we just definitely have to looking after that and reduce the game definitely, and can play better quality of game is definitely. I think this is should be the aim.
If you play too many games, or you're saying you play too many games, first of all, last year Spurs only played 40 games because they were knocked out early in the League Cup and the FA Cup. But what tournaments do players not want to play in then? Because if I said to you, you want to play in the League Cup, chance to win that, first time in 20 years for Spurs, you'd say, yeah. Same with the FA Cup. Obviously, Premier League, Europe, internationals. I mean, you want to play in everything anyway, don't you?
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. We love playing football. That's clear, because that's why we work to be here. But do you know how much we're traveling and how much we're playing games? That's not only just about the games. You know, that preparing, the mentally, physically. I think it's a lot of work. And I think the program was adding even more games. And for example, like City games, they play on Sunday and Tuesday. This was not even flexible, so you could move probably for the guys play Wednesday instead of Tuesday, you know. So, but it's not fixable, so we are not flexible. I think this is we are talking about, you know, and there's no more that everybody get injury and high risk of the injury. I think is not fair, I will say. And also I think Rodri would say the right things. We play maybe 50, 60 games and not more than 70 games. You know, I think this is not fair.
So if there are more games, and this is a personal question, I'll tell you that it's a personal question. If there are too many games and there are only going to be more added, would you be in favour of going on strike because that's the only way players putting their view forward?
No, I mean, you wanna go to the final and play a lot of games. That's different scenario. But what I want to say is that platform, for example, we are talking about the Champions League, is changing the platform to play even more games. And I think this is not right to looking after the players, you know, just that's what we are talking about. And what we can do is we definitely can change about it, and we can definitely going in a good way that people, they can looking after the players.
Sonia, I know Ange spoke about this topic last night, and so did Daniel Levy. So it feels like everyone at the club is on the same page when it comes to too many games. What's the solution if it's not a strike? Whose responsibility do you think it is to?
It's not definitely players.
It's not the players.
Not the players. Players just when the fixtures comes, the player has to play. Players have to be on the pitch, and I mean, there's a lot of going on, you know. And I mean, UEFA, FA, and also international football, FIFAs, and everybody has to taking about this really seriously. And I think it's not just not random, just like only few players came out. Yeah, it's way too many games. What we want to see, as I said before, I think what we want to see is the quality of the game. You want to see high quality of games and top games with top players, So I think this should be the aim. And obviously injury sometimes comes also with less games, but with the possibility of a lot of traveling, a lot of games, it will be higher than when you play less games.
Thanks.
Hi, Sonny. You're a legend of this club. You've been here for a long, long time, but we believe that you have, at the moment, your contract is up at the end of the season. We think you've got an option for another year. Can you clarify what the situation is? Will you be signing a new contract, or has it been triggered already?
We haven't talked anything yet. So I think I say in fan forum, it was very clear for me. It's just like I'm very focused for this season. At this age, is every second is like a goal, So for especially this season, we are in a lot of competition. Feels like I'm taking even more care about this, and just I say, I think I'm just fully focused on this situation, and this year just want to win something that everybody in this club and these players and all around that deserves, and that's what I'm working for. And in the end, future, you never know what's gonna happen, but yeah, I will make sure that I give everything for this club, because it's been almost 10 years that I give everything. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So I still have a contract with the club, which is mainly very important thing, and then just want to give everything what I have until my contract.
And just, you mentioned 10 years at the club. You're now the captain. You're one of the older players. There's a lot of younger players, teenagers that have come in now. Just wondered, what's the difference compared to when you were their age with the younger players of today?
I think when you're a younger player, when you are young, you don't realize how massively that takes that responsibility. But when you're like mainly oldest player, when you're on the squad, and then you see the young lads, and you just want to help them. That what does mean in the Premier League or in the playing in these big clubs, and it changes so much, in 10 years time, So yeah, I just want to be good friends, good teammates, and just showing that I'm doing right things on and off the pitch, and it takes a lot of responsibility, but it's a joy, and we has some unbelievable players, but mainly 10 years just gone way too fast, which is sometimes make me a little bit sad. But yeah, what can I say? Just do the right things, be a good example that towards to every young players to be top professional.
Hi, Sonny. I was going to ask you about one of those young players, actually, Mikey Moore. The fans are hoping to maybe see a bit of him tomorrow night. I mean, first off, how good can he be if he keeps working hard? And also, as his captain and a fellow winger, do you kind of play a little role in kind of mentoring him and things like that? Yeah,
he's a fantastic boy, and obviously, when he's coming from academy, you as a club you look after him even more. Like everybody's just like so welcoming and looking after him. So do I, because he's such a lovely kid, and working hard every single day, coming with the first team with that age is not easy. Like sometimes you're very shy, but he's showing in the good personality and working hard, which is very important to me. And when you see the young players are working hard in a first team, and you just want to help him. That's what I was when I was young, and now who's coaching in Manchester United. Ruud van Nistelrooy was helping me a lot in a Hamburg time. So, and now I want to be that guy as well. Just having around me and just talking about, because we are playing almost similar position, that if I can help him a little bit of advice, and I'm always open to it. And Mike is also coming to me most of the times and asking questions, which is very fun and joy to talk to him. And he's a fantastic boy, and then I'm definitely sure that he can be fantastic player. There's no doubt, because he has such an amazing quality. But as we always say, as young players, let's don't get him too much pressure on his shoulder. Just let's enjoy that how he develop improvement every single day, every single season. And as a fan, as a supporter, we should just enjoy watching him, and he'll be, I think, one of the top player.
I spoke to Deki Kulusevski a couple of months back. He said he's had to really adapt his game as a winger. Obviously, he's now playing more in the midfield, but as a winger, he had to adapt to play the Ange Postecoglou system. Have you found that? Because it's a very kind of high and wide winger he likes, but obviously you, like Deki, like to cut inside as much as you can as well.
No, I think it's all about the manager system, and then you just also had to adapt, which is very, very important. But it doesn't mean that I have to stay all the time in the wide area. That some last game I was cutting inside, make this inside runs, and when Dom comes in a deep position, when he tracks the centre backs out of the position, then I'll make this space runs. And I think it's all about depending on the situation. But Deki is the kind of guy that who wants to be in the more middle, that he can handle with the ball really well with the back of the opponent. And I think that's his game, and he's joy now. He's at the moment he's having a great season. That everybody not talking about that is that Deki's work rate is unbelievable. That he's everywhere on the pitch, So, but I think people never seen that, But Deki works really hard. That I think so hard that when I see all the data, and sometimes I get shocked, So it feels like he never stops running. So I think players are all appreciate about what he does, and with the ball, with the quality what he has, there is no doubt that every position he can do. And I think as a manager, I think he can put him anywhere that he's do the right thing for what he asked for. So yeah, there is no doubt what he does, and he's doing amazing at the moment.
We'll just have one question from Jay and then one from
Thank
Tom.
you. Hi, Son. Just wanted to ask you about your relationship with Rodrigo Bentancur after what happened in the summer, and just for your reaction on now that he's been charged by the FA, if that's okay.
To be fair, there's at the moment from FA the process. That's why I can't say much about it. But I love Rodrigo bit. I love him. I love him. We had a lot of good memories. We started play together when he joined, and he knew he apologized straight afterwards. When we had a holiday, I was at home, and I didn't even realize that was what's going on, and he just sent me a long text that you could feel that it was coming from his heart, and afterwards, then when he come back to the training ground for the preseason, and he just felt really sorry, and he almost cried when he said apologized in a public, also personal as well. So, but he felt like he was feel really sorry. We are all human, makes a mistake, which is we learn from it. But I love Rodrigo a bit, and I love him, and he made a mistake, but I have no problem at all. So, which is, we move on as a teammate, as a friend, and as a brother. We move on together, and I hope. Just have to wait what FA is as a process, but can't say much. That what I can say, one thing is that I love Rodrigo. So there's nothing more to say.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Good luck.
Thank you.